Hey guys, Zolar here, back in another review, and today we're having a look at the DC Collectibles Batman New Adventures, or the New Batman Adventures, or the Batman's Fantastic Travels, or Batman's Everlasting Journey. Yeah, they're all stupid. Regardless, we're looking at Etrigan and Clarion. This is a 2-pack. Means you get 2 of them, and you get a boatload of crap to go with it. And fail! Yeah. Because we were going to go over that first anyways. So Etrigan comes with this, can't believe that just happened. Bastard. He comes with this stand, and his actually does not have the protruding poles of doom on it. It does have a nice image of him, though. Basically how he looked in Justice League and Unlimited. But, yeah, these things are too loose to hold him up, obviously, as you clearly saw. So they went and did spring-loaded ones now, so you can scratch the paint up and watch him fall down. Luckily his horns didn't come off, that's a plus. So we're just going to try and stand him up. There's one glaring issue with Etrigan, and that is his feet. Oh, his feet aren't exactly level. Until you get him to a certain point, so you gotta fiddle with him. It's kind of a pain in the butt, to be completely honest with you. So he's probably going to be leaning against something, just so he stands. In fact, we'll just put him back here for the moment. So we're going to look at this doofus first. But before we do that, we are going to look at the accessories. The first one is basically another figure. It's Tickle, or Tinkle, or Sprinkle, or Winkle, or Jingle Frickin' Bells. I don't know. But I believe it's Tickle, and he's got a ball joint in the head. Look, up a little bit, down a little bit, side to side a little bit, and rotate. His legs move forward, back. They mostly just move forward though. And his tail's on a ball joint. And you can rotate that around and do what you will. Be careful with that, it's kind of thin. But mine was loose enough to where I don't really have to worry about that. That's Tinkle. And the little bastard kid comes with a iron to brand Etrigan's ass. Oh, that's a cross, isn't it? Something stupid. I don't know. I can't tell what that is. That ain't a cross. It's an E. Duh! And it's got the handle there. And he does have hands to hold it. While very freaking small, he does have hands to hold it. Let's maybe get the right side. There we go. So you can hold it. He's got 2 of these. Just saw the other one. There you go. And then he's got 2 talking to higher society hands. Then in terms of Etrigan, he's got two strangle that little prick for Brandon me hands. And he's got two hands for holding the iron and chasing the kid with it. Doesn't actually fit in there. And then there is Clarion's stand. I kind of want to watch this episode now. I haven't yet. But I love Etrigan, so I had to buy this. It was only $20, so. Here's Clarion. His head is on a ridiculous ball joint, so you get a ton of movement out of that. Probably a double ball peg. His shoulders, they do move out with vigilance. They move out pretty much a right angle to the body. They're a pain in the balls to get back in, though. They rotate. He's got a hinge in the shoulder and a swivel. So you can do what I did and get him in this sadistic, maniacal, evil little bastard kid pose. I take it this... Oh, there we go. Yeah, I like him like that for some reason. It's a look that works for me. He's got a swivel at the waist. His hips will move out a little bit. Move forward and back. He's got a hinge in the knee, and his feet rotate. He's got the little buckles on his shoes. Yes, that is Clarion. Oh, prick. And then Etrigan, who does not have ankle rockers. So he's a bitch to stand. And he doesn't have rotation here either, so I don't know what the hell they were thinking. No thigh cut either. Etrigan's a chunk, but he's a hollow chunk. I mean, if you hear it. It's hollow, so not cheap hollow, but it's hollow. His head is on a ridiculous ball joint as well. Just back and forth. I'd be careful with his ears and his horns. You don't want to snap those off with a shelf dive. That's the first thing that's probably going to come off him. His shoulders move out, back in, forward and back. Got a hinge in the elbow, swivel at the elbow. I think that's as far as I'll get straight. He's got a hinge in the wrist and a swivel. He's got a swivel up here at the torso and then an ab crunch. You're going to want to make sure that it's not bent all the way back like this, or else he ain't going to stand. You're going to want to make sure it's somewhere in the middle here. Just feel this, and when it's kind of smoothed out towards the middle, you could probably stop moving it. His hips move out. He doesn't really have the best hips. He's got forward and back, single hinge at the knee. It's really stiff, but it works. There you go. There's like a ratchet or something in there. So he's got that going on. His knees aren't the best, but what are you going to do? I'm going to leave it straight. And then he's going to hinge in the foot, and that's it. No rockers. I've looked, I've tried. There's nothing else in there. Well, it kind of feels like there's a rocker on this foot. There may potentially even be rockers. No one's got them to crack. Because the feet feel separate. So I don't really know, but all I know is that the feet flatten out at a certain position, and that's the position you have to work with, whether you like it or not. So once you get him to that state, he's going to be leaning back a little bit, so you're going to have to bring his legs forward. Yeah, unfortunately the position that they're flat at is god-awful and does not really work. So Etrigan kind of falls down and goes boom a little bit. Yeah, see, I can't even get him to stand right now. And they're too loose to support his weight. So maybe I do have to bend this back all the way. Yeah, it's just not working out. He doesn't want to stand. So I may actually have to use the stand on this dude, even though that proved very useless earlier. It does help some. Helps a teeny bit, but it doesn't help a lot. I mean, there, he's standing up now. I'd say if you get one of those, yeah, see, he wants to flop that way. You're going to want to have him leaning back on this stand if you're going to use it. Because these little clip things do not work at all. So, there he is. In fact, we'll get Clarion back out here. Move his arm down. Would that be a chump? Now, funny thing is, Clarion stands just fine. He's about a 4-inch figure. Etrigan, for some reason, they didn't give him rockers, so he's kind of a pain in the butt to stand. Here they are next to animated series Batman. And, yeah. So if I was going to rate this set, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Clarion probably gets about... He probably gets about an 8 just because he doesn't have as much articulation. So you can't really do much with him other than get him in a sadistic standing straight up pose. Which, you know, is not hard to do with that neck joint is. Then Etrigan gets about an 8 too, just because he's a bitch to stand. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this review, as long as it was. And until next time, I will catch you guys later. I am the demon. Yeah, we know.